Hello students, good morning. Let us discuss about a new topic of mathematics that is known as mensuration. Yes, what is mensuration and why you should read about mensuration? The most important thing is that mensuration deals with that part of mathematics where we not only measure the length, we also discover the area of different, geometrical objects, right? It gives us an opportunity to know and to calculate how to use the measuring effects, right? Okay, for example, suppose you are given in a classroom an activity or a project that prepare a triangle or a rectangle out of using wire or something else. Then what will you do? How much wire you need? That is determined by this topic that is called known as mensuration. Okay, suppose you have a home and you want to paint one wall according to your favorite color, then how much color is required for you and what would be the cost of labor to paint on the wall? Those things will be determined by this part of mathematics known as mensuration. Okay, very good, my dear friends. In our previous classes we have read about geometry, we have read about one thing that is point. Yes or no? We've read about point, very important thing. What is point? Point is a mark, or you can say point is the smallest circle which does not have any radius, zero radius, almost zero radius, you can say, right? We have also read about ray. Is we have also read about, we have discussed about line segment. Yes or no? Line segment. Then we also discuss about straight line, or simply we can say line. Those things we've discussed in our earlier classes, right? Now, what is a line segment? Line segment is something, what you can say is that line segment is something where it has a it has two endpoints. It has two endpoints and it has length, no breadth. Line segment does not have any breadth, it has only length, right? So when length comes to us, we are going to discuss about what is length. Length is a measurement. You all know about this. For example, suppose I'm using this pen. So if you take your scale, you can measure it. You can clearly measure the what's the length of this. That's why scale is given to you. You can measure the length in centimeters. Yes or no? Up to 50, some small scales are you can measure up to 15 centimeter. In long scales you can measure up to 30 centimeter. Yes or no, my dear friends? Good. And there are so many geometrical scales which are being used by professional engineers who draw map, who draw plan for housing projects or your house. They use different types of scales nowadays. uh, Most of the things are done in computer, so they use different methods to calculate all the plans, right? Okay, let us know about length. Length is a unit. Let us discuss about length. Yes, very important. Length. What is length, my dear friends? Dear students, you know what is length? Suppose you take line segment like this AB, then we write it AB is equal to 5 centimeter. Suppose it's 5 centimeter, you can write 5 centimeter. Every 7 centimeter, you can write 7 centimeter. Yes or no? Good. So the what the minimum uh, s- unit what is used for length is, we say it is millimeter. We use it millimeter. Yes or no? We use it as millimeter, right? We use it millimeter, right? Okay. So if we have 10 millimeters, what is that? If you have 10 millimeters, then we get 1 centimeter. Then we get 1 centimeter. Yes or no? Yes. I hope you might have read it in your adult classes. Still, for remembrance, I'm telling it to you. If you have 10 centimeters, how much you will get? Yes, we get 1 decimeter. 1 decimeter, right? We get 1 decimeter, right? Then if you have how much? 10 decimeters. I'm writing dm. 10 decimeters, we get 1 meter. Getting point? We get 1 meter, right? So indirectly, if you go for 1 centimeter, then it is 100 centimeter. Okay, so 1 meter is 10 decimeter, 1 meter is 100 centimeter, and if you want to go to centimeter to millimeters, it's obviously 1000 millimeter is equal to 1 meter. Now clear how to convert this thing? Yes, 1 meter is 10 decimeter, 1 meter is 100 centimeter, 1 meter is 1000 millimeter, right? Okay, good. After this, we have one more thing, that is, if you take 10 meters, how much we will get? We will get, yes, 1, yes, continue, 10 meter, 1 decameter, 1 decameter, 10 decameter is equal to 1 hectometer, and 10 hectometer is equal to 1 kilometer. Get the point? So this is all about the chart, but finally, if we want to remember, the very important thing is that, let us discuss one more thing. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, right? And 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. This is what you must remember for your convenience, right? Very good. Now let us discuss something about curve. Let us discuss about curves. In our earlier classes, we have also discussed about curves. What do you mean by curve? Curve means which are not straight. That is called curve. So how we can determine about curves? Yes, we have different type of curves. What is that? One is open and there is closed. What do you mean open curve? This is a curve which is open. But this is a curve if it is, if you can't find any endpoints. Look, here there are two endpoints. Yes or no? We can find two endpoints here. This is one endpoint. This is one endpoint. We can name A, B, you can name the endpoints. But here, can you find an endpoint? No, here there is no endpoints. There is no endpoints here, right? So this is why it is called closed curve. This is open because it has endpoints. It is closed because there is no endpoints, right? If you cut it, then the same point you will get the starting point. That is also the endpoint. Clear? What is open and what is closed? Good. Then what is simple? Simple curve. Okay. What is simple curve? It is the curve which does not cross itself. It's called a simple curve, right? This curve has not crossed itself. It's a simple curve. But if there is a curve which has crossed itself like this, then it is open and also not simple, right? Okay. Then we have simple curve, open curve, closed curve. So you can determine it in this way. Uh, we can say simple open curve, simple closed curve, and we also say closed curve, and the thing is that which is not closed curve, right? So this is how we can undermine, we can decide it ourselves, right? Okay, what is simple open? Simple open, those curves like this, like this, which are simple, means which does not cross itself, and which is open, they're called simple open. But what is simple close? Close like a circle, it is simple and it is closed, right? But if we say this is open but not simple, this curve is open, this is open but not simple because it is crossed itself, right? Suppose this is a curve which is closed, but it cannot be simple close. It is closed, but it cannot be simple close because it is crossed itself over here, right? So this is all the types of curves. Okay, let's discuss about region. What is region? What do you mean by region, my dear friends? Suppose we take a rectangle. For your convenience, you take a rectangle. We take one we take one circle over here. Now clear? Let us find what is the region of this. Suppose name it A, B, C, D. We can also name it. Take a point here, D. Take a point here, E, F. Okay. Now here you can see this part. Suppose take a point here, point P. Where is the point? The point lies. The point lies interior of this ABCD rectangle. But if we take a point here Q, then this point is not within the region of this rectangle. So you can say outer. This is exterior. This is called exterior. This is called interior, right? And if you say there's a point which is an on AB, then we can say on the side of AB. Okay, we can say on the rectangle. We can also say like that, right? So this is interior, this is exterior. Like that in a circle also same thing happens. If we take a point here, then it is exterior of the circle. If you take a point here, then it is interior of the circle. But if you take a circle over here, a point here, E point, suppose you take point E, it is on the circle. On the circle, we can say on the circle. Now clear? What the region? The region says what is interior, what is exterior, and what is on the circle or on the rectangle. The same thing is applicable to triangle also. Yes, if you're going to take a triangle, suppose you will take a triangle, then also the same thing is applicable to there. How? So we just take a line like this, take another line like this. Okay, this also. Then what happens? Suppose you take a point over here, take a point over here. Then how much? This is interior. Point here, this is exterior. We take a point over here, then it is on. This is on the, we can say on the what? Triangle. Now clear about the region. What is interior region, what is exterior region, and what is upon the geometrical shape, right? Very good. Now we will discuss about what is perimeter. After discussing all the things, we will come to our main topic, that is perimeter. What is perimeter? Yes, perimeter. What do you mean by perimeter? Perimeter is something which is very, very important for us. As I told you earlier, suppose in a class, the teacher tells you to draw a diagram like this, a practical, right? You have to make a rectangle like this and you have to submit this project in a school. By which you will make? You will be using simple rods or simple wire. You have to use it. Or maybe a wood, whatever you choose. Make it wire. By using wire, you have to make it. Make this in your home and you have to submit in the school. But you don't know how much wire you required. If okay, in this region we have got two things. What is that? We have got length, we have got length, and we have got the breadth. What do you mean by length and what do you mean by breadth? Okay, let us take, it has four sides. Out of this, these two sides are identical. These two sides are identical. Among these two, whose length is more? That is called length. This length is more. Suppose this may be 12 meter, then this is 10 meter. Maybe we calculate. Then 12 meter is greater than 10 meter. So 12 meter is known as length of the rectangle, and 10 meter is known as the breadth of the rectangle. Now clear? So always consider among this, among these sides, whose length is more, that is considered to be the length of the rectangle, and whose length is less, that is considered to be the breadth of the rectangle, right? Okay, now what is perimeter? Now you have to find out how much length of wire is required, how much length of wire is required to prepare this rectangle, okay. Yes, this is 12 meter, then this is 12 meter also, this is 10 meter. Now what you will do? You will find this 10 meter plus 12 meter, 22, again 10 meter, 32, again this 12, that is 44. So you require 44 meter wire to make a structure like this. Okay, good. Instead of this, adding these values, we can call it a perimeter of, instead of calling it, we can say what is the perimeter of this rectangle, so that we can know, we can understand how much water is required. Now it is clear to you? Good. Let us discuss about a square. Let us discuss the same thing with a square. Okay, this is a square, right? If each side consists of 5 meters, right? Then how much water is required? If you take the perimeter, means the outside boundary. Perimeter means the outside boundary. This is the outside boundary which determines the boundary is known as perimeter. Means how much water is required to prepare a square like this. So both are 5 meter, all sides are 5 meter. Then what happens? When all sides are 5 meter, four sides are there. So if you multiply 4 with the sides, we got the value that is 5 meter multiplied by 4, that is equal to 20 meter what is required, and that is known as perimeter of this square. Now clear, my dear friends? Good. Exactly. We also need a triangle. We need a triangle. Suppose if it is, yes, we need triangle. Same thing can applicable to this. Same thing is applicable to this. We can take a triangle, and if we take the what? If it is an equilateral triangle, suppose this is an equilateral triangle. What kind of triangle is this? Equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. If this is an equilateral triangle, then what we can do, all sides are equal in size, all sides are equal in length. Then we can take one thing that we can also calculate is perimeter is equal to 3 multiplied by sides. One side, that is equal to 3 multiplied by, suppose this is 7 meter, then this is 7 meter, and this is equal to 21 meter. Now clear about perimeter? Perimeter is nothing, the outside boundary, or you can say the outside, wall, or the exterior wall of a geometrical shape is known as its perimeter. Now clear? This is what the definition of perimeter. Okay, so I hope you are clear about this. Once this is clear, then you have to understand how to solve the questions and how to get through this, right? Okay, thank you very much. Okay, now let us discuss about the rules by which we can determine the perimeter of these three structures. First of all, this is a rectangle. Take this a rectangle. And second one, this is take a square. Take a square to this, right? Okay, take this is a square. This is a square. And third one we will take a triangle. We'll do it later. Now let us discuss about this. What are the rule for perimeter of this rectangle? That is, perimeter of rectangle is equal to 2 multiplied by length plus breadth. Why? We have two lengths and we have two breadths. Yes or no? If we combine all four, then we have two lengths which are same in size and two breadths with same size. So the rule for perimeter of this length of this rectangle is 2 multiplied by length plus breadth. Right? Okay. What the perimeter of a square? A rectangle. This is a rectangle. What the perimeter of a square? Square. Very important thing. Yes. Perimeter of a square is also same, but it has some more change, some changes. What is that? Look, all sides of square are equal. That's why we need to travel 4 times. So we have to say 4 multiplied by side. There is no length, there is no breadth because all its length is same. So the perimeter of a square is equal to 4 multiplied by sides, this length of side. And here in rectangle, the perimeter is 2 multiplied by length plus breadth of a rectangle. Okay, now last one we will discuss, that is about a triangle. Same thing I have told you. What do you mean by triangle? Triangle is like this. If it is equilateral triangle, we have discussed it earlier also. If it is equilateral triangle, then we need to understand three sides are same. Three sides are same. So it is equal to how much? Yes, 3 multiplied by sides. If it is equilateral triangle, if it is equilateral triangle, equilateral means when all the sides, length of all the three sides are same. But if it is another triangle whose length is not same, in that case, what we will do? We will do one thing. We will just add one like this. Means the lengths are not same. Then what it will be? It could be 15 centimeter. Yes, it could be 15 centimeter or 15 meter. It could be 13 meter. It could be 4 meter. In that case, there is no rule. You have to just add 15 meter plus 13 meter plus 5 meter only. This is the rule for perimeter of a triangle. Now hope you have understood properly and you can better apply it in your questions. Okay. Thank you very much.